Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Learning continues throughout our lives. Even once we've left school, we can go on acquiring new knowledge and skills. And this helps our personal development, helps us achieve our potential. Join us this week in Mauritius and Thailand and listen to an expert's views. Literacy isn't just reading and writing. It's the essential gateway to navigating the modern world successfully and independently. We visit a center in Mauritius which runs functional literacy courses, helping people master the skills they need to manage daily living, boost their self-esteem, and even build their own businesses. Let's have a look.
In collaboration with UNESCO, the Republic of Mauritius has set up a pilot project for recognition of prior experience involving multiple public and private organizations to help those who need to formalize their skills. Here we are at the centre of Long Life Learning Cassis, a suburb of Port Louis, the capital of the island.
It's not only learning to read, how to write, but we also give further training to help them develop self-esteem, to manage a family budget, to do something with their life to make them feel better in society.
How to travel on a bus, complete bank forms, read medicine prescriptions. This programme is open to all, to meet the needs of each individual, and now helps around 400 people across Mauritius. But it is directed primarily at those who didn't formally get the opportunity of a normal education.
We took 24 people as a pilot project to validate their experiences, i.e. to see what they've learned over several years, what they do at their workplace, or even if they are people with no work, what they do at home or in community service.
Here it is assumed that education throughout life, if properly implemented, can help to make a fairer and more equitable society. This principle is validated following a precise procedure.
Maintenant, ces gens-là vont passer devant le jury pour éventuellement être validés.
Now they'll go before a jury to be validated. They will get a nationally recognized diploma, and afterwards they'll have the choice to continue studying or start up their own business. All this is an approach that goes in the direction of learning throughout life. It's a bit like the project.
Sens de l'apprentissage tout au long de la vie. C'est un peu ça le projet.
Through these courses, students also discover teamwork and motivation.
When you're going to see a customer, you must at least be able to submit your work. You can be a very good worker and make beautiful things, but if you don't know how to present yourself and explain the work, then this is a problem. This is what motivated me to do this training.
The integration of formal education and informal learning gives hope to hundreds of Mauritians and will help them to resume control of their future.
Rapid technology evolution and knowledge obsolescence make lifelong learning increasingly important, says Eva Tu, the president of the World Committee for Lifelong Learning. He explained to Aurora Velez how his committee's project aims to reach out and touch all the 7 billion people living on our planet today.
Eva Tu, thank you for accepting our invitation. You're president of the World Committee for Lifelong Learning. The need to learn throughout life is an idea now generally accepted. But what does it mean exactly?
In fact, we need to understand lifelong learning as a continuum from early childhood to late life. It's a family education, professional education, popular education. This is the education of free time for children. So it's a mixture of learning. We no longer think only of the approximately 1.5 billion students in the world. We take care of all 7 billion people. All the world is still learning.
What does your organization, the World Committee for Lifelong Learning, do exactly?
So, concretely, we're an NGO and we're conducting a study in partnership with UNESCO and in consultation with our delegates who are present in 80 countries on the concept of lifelong learning.
Sur le concept d'éducation tout au long de la vie. Nous la menons
We organise forums. The first global forum was at UNESCO in 2008 and a second in Shanghai, and we'll organise a third world forum in Marrakesh in late October 2012 to exchange our views on this concept.
Fin octobre 2012 pour échanger nos points de vue sur ce concept.
Why should we learn throughout life?
There are three main reasons why it's necessary to learn throughout life. The first is the very rapid development of technologies that are introduced in our lives in all sectors of society. So this massive and rapid introduction of new technologies encourages us to be constantly learning. The second reason is that professional people want to work in many different places throughout their lives. And then the third reason is the rapid obsolescence of knowledge. In fact, along with globalization, the acceleration of technology is making knowledge quickly obsolete. This forces us to constantly keep up to date and not to switch off.
En permanence en éveil, à suivre régulièrement l'actualité, à ne pas décrocher en quelque sorte.
Ifratu, merci.
Merci.
For the Karen Hill tribe, a minority community living in the remote, rugged areas of Thailand, being part of the local system and earning a living are big challenges. But one center aims to improve their lives by improving their skills. Let's find out more.
In the highlands of northern Thailand near the Burmese border is a remote and poor area, but the Maugo Community Learning Centre is open to villagers of all ages of the Karen Hill tribe. The challenges here are to encourage the development of the learning society, a lifelong learning experience where knowledge transfer and practical classes are a way for the local inhabitants to earn a living and improve their quality of life. The idea of this centre came up in 1998. One of the first challenges was to communicate. The teachers speak Thai, not the Karen people's dialect.
We wanted these people to be self-sufficient. Before, they couldn't read or write in Thai. They used their fingerprints. Since we came to organise the education system in the village, the adults can read and write.
Known for their quality craftsmanship, the people of the Karen Hill tribe can exchange personal experiences and local wisdom at the centre.
I've improved my weaving skills, but I didn't know how to sell what I made. Now even my mother comes to the centre to improve her skills, such as dyeing material using natural colours from trees. We can also improve our designs.
Not many local Thai instructors want to venture up to the remote area, so former students often become future leaders in the community, passing on their knowledge to the next generation. Some even bring their children along.
I teach them how to improve their designs. I get new designs and textiles and I teach them how to describe their designs in Thai. I go to get examples from the markets to show them.
And finally, what's the best way to encourage lifelong learning? Give us your thoughts via our social media pages. And before we go, a word about preserving indigenous culture. Some of you, particularly in Africa, believe that the continent is losing its culture because so many young people are turning to Occidental languages and traditions. They think that families should play a bigger part in encouraging their children to preserve their identity. Well, that's it. Goodbye for this week.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.